What's up, YouTube? Welcome back for another NFL recap week. This week, we're going to get the face cam on. We'll switch things up this week. So, week 13? This is week 13. Some chaotic things happen. Let's just get started, man. First game we got Colts at Titans. Titans at home. They usually play good at home. 4-2 at home. But fell to the Colts 31-28. Final score. Colts are 5-1 on the road. You don't want to be playing them at home. That's crazy. Good for them. The Colts are overall 7-5. They're trying to secure that last, not even the last, but one of the wild card spots. So watch out for them. They're making noise in the AFC. Gardner Minshew had a heck of a game. Had 312 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Only got sacked 3 times. The run game was kind of limited. Only averaged 2.4 yards per carry. Not the greatest. Pittman, he had a good game. 11 catches on 16 targets. 105 yards and a touchdown. So that shows you where the offense is for the Colts. As for the defense, they blocked 2 punts, huge, put them in great field position. Will Levis, shaky game on and off, completed less than half his passes. Did throw over 224 yards, threw a touchdown, but got sacked 6 times. Derrick Henry had a good game, averaged 4.9 yards a carry for 102 yards. 2 touchdowns, and there's some beef with Will Levis and DeAndre Hopkins. Not sure what's going on there. Things might be changing at Tennessee. It's not looking great. The season looks like they won't be competing in the AFC South. There's 3 good teams there, and then the Titans. So, yeah, and what really cost the Titans this game was that missed extra point. Because if they made that that extra point after the touchdown, they would have won the game. No need for overtime. And that's where the Colts won it. They won it in overtime. Once they got to overtime, scored that touchdown, drive down the field. So the Colts, they're putting themselves in great position to go in the playoffs here. No one expected this from them. The coach, Sharukian, he is definitely doing some good job there in Indianapolis. So credit to him. Tennessee got to figure things out, especially they just put up 28 points, man. But I guess Will Levis has to be more consistent. Not really much options in the weapons aspect for the team besides Hopkins. So we got to look into that. Traylon Burks, he's probably not. He probably didn't even play this game. So yeah, Titans run defense is still pretty solid though. I will give them that. So yeah, there you have it. Next, we had an interesting game. We had the Chargers at Patriots, and I'll give you an interesting stat here. So the Patriots have the lowest points against the last 4 or 5 weeks, and they went over 4, over 5. They didn't win a single game. That's insane. The defense is balling out, but the offense, nothing. They haven't allowed more than 10 points in the last 3 games. They lost all of those. What? Come on now. So if you look at this Patriots team, the offense is definitely the issue. Bailey Zappi, he was the starter of this game. Went 13 for 25, 141 yards. Only averaged 5.6 yards per completion. As for the rushing, Ramondre Stevenson did get hurt and he was ruled out earlier in the game due to a hip drop tackle again. So look out for that during the offseason. They might ban those. I hope they don't because this is a part of the game, but a lot of people are getting injured from it. I don't think it's you got to ban it now. But that's just my opinion. So Ezekiel Elliott had the majority of the carries, went 17 carries, 52 yards, 3.1 average. The receivers, nothing special. That's another issue. No weapons. Devontae Parker went 4 catches for 64 yards. Then the next one, Ezekiel Elliott, 4 catches for 40 yards. And then after that, it's just 2, 1, 1, 0, 1. Yeah. So, yeah, no offense there. Defense limited the Chargers to 6 points. And if you see the Chargers only scoring 6 points, you think they lose, right? But not against the Patriots. Come on now. Justin Herbert, he had a good game, or a decent game. He did what he could. The Patriots did a really great job at stopping the run. They only averaged up 1.2 yards a carry on 24 carries. That's amazing. Only had 29 total rushing yards. As far as receiving, they were kind of limited as well. 9.6 average, not what you would like to see typically. But defense stepped up, offense stepped down. So, as for the Chargers, that. Okay, so let me just show you how much the Patriots are struggling. The Chargers have the 32nd pass defense in the league, and they still put up 0 points and only 141 yards, passing yards. The Chargers, they're struggling offensively. They're starting to struggle. Justin Herbert's trying his best to carry this team, but it looks like Quentin Johnston, the bust. Not the greatest rookie receiver right now. Could still develop, but he's not it right now. Besides Keenan Allen, he doesn't have plenty of options. They don't have a lot of weapons. So that's becoming an issue for the Chargers. But they still find a way to win here. So the Chargers go to 5-7. The Patriots go to 2-10. And with that, the Patriots hold the number 2 overall pick in the draft. So there you have it. It's a win. A win for the Chargers and a win for the Patriots. You get a better pick. So how about that? There you go. Moving on, we got the Lions at Saints. Lions pulled out a close one. They won 33-28. This game was a lot closer than what the score indicates. The Lions were dominating the first half. The score was 24-7. In the first quarter, they put up 21 points for the Lions, so that's a good start for them. But after that, the Saints starts creeping back up. They got as close as to 24-21, and in the third quarter, some point in the third quarter, and they had an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth, but of course, Jameis Winston threw a ball behind Chris Olave. So that's pretty much the story of the game here. Saints had opportunities. Lions, some things to be concerned about. Still concerned to me is that passing defense. The Saints were able to throw for 249 total passing yards through a touchdown. They did get an interception, and they got 2 sacks on Derek Carr. And Derek Carr had to leave the game early as well. Got hit pretty hard. It looks like he might be a concussion, but it is what it is. Moved on to Jameis Winston. He tried to hold down the fort, couldn't do it, and ended up losing the game. So, Jared Goff had a pretty good game, clean game, typical Jared Goff game. 213 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Only got touched once. As for the rushing, they had 142 total rushing yards, 4.7 average. That's a great thing. That's something you want to see all the time. Surprise thing, Jahmyr Gibbs only had 8 carries. He went 8 carries for 60 yards. David Montgomery had the majority of the carries at 18 carries for 56 yards. So Gibbs outgained Montgomery with Montgomery having 10 more carries. But key stat here is Sam Laporta, the rookie tight end, 9 catches for 140 receiving yards and a touchdown. That's awesome coming from a rookie tight end. You also got Amon-Ra St. Brown. He got 2 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown. It's good for him. Chris Olave carried the majority of the receiving. Most of the receiving catches here. They had a total 119 receiving yards. Taysom Hill led the team in rushing on 13 carries for 59 yards. Is he a running back now? I know he's a Swiss Army knife, but I thought he was the majority of the time a tight end. But I got him in fantasy, so I'll take him. Sick. 59 rushing yards and a touchdown. There you go. So, good win for the Lions. Did show some concerns. That defense a little bit shaky, so good team trying to way to win. They've been struggling the last few weeks, so this Lions team might not be as strong as we all thought they were. All right, Falcons at Jets. This game was exactly what I thought it would be. An ugly game. It was pouring too. That didn't help. There was flags everywhere. So, Jets were at home, and exactly what I thought would happen. Jets would have no offense. Tim Boyle started the game, and eventually they turned to Trevor Siemian to try to get some momentum on offense. Nothing going. Siemian went 5 for 13, 66 passing yards. They combined for 197 passing yards and 1 interception. The Falcons defense stepped up. They got 4 sacks. Jesse Bates got that 1 interception, huge for the Falcons. Desmond Ridder, he didn't have a good game either. And as expected, the Jets defense stepped up as well. He only completed 12 passes on 27 attempts. Only had 121 passing yards and a touchdown, 4.5 average yards per completion, and then he got sacked 3 times. As far as the rushing attack, both teams couldn't get anything going. They both average about 2.5, 2.6 yards per carry. Receiving, not much either going on. Some big plays from the Falcons. Jesse Bates made a big play, interception to pass from the Jets. So pretty ugly game, not much to talk about here. Falcons got away with the win. They might actually be winning this. The Saints might actually let them win the NFC South. That's saying something. Desmond Ridder might win the NFC South. So good for the Falcons. Good win there. The Jets, I don't even know if they're gonna win another one. Not with this offense. So Jets still got to figure it out. Next, we got the Cardinals at Pittsburgh. And the Steelers still struggle offensively, even after Matt Canada. Cardinals got away with the win here, 24-10. The Steelers had something going the first half with Pickett going 7 for 10 for 70 yards, but then as soon as he went down, he was out for the game. Mitch Trubisky came into the game from there, and offense couldn't get it going. Kind of lost momentum there. Kyler Murray, yeah, solid game. Completed barely above half the attempts for 145 yards, a touchdown, 6.3 average yards per catch. As for the rushing attack, Pittsburgh didn't do that bad. Najee Harris, 16 for 63, averaged 3.9. Jalen Warren averaged 6.6 yards per carry, 9 carries for 59 yards. He should have gotten more touches. I don't know why they refused to give him more touches. As for the receiving, Pickens got most of the catches here for 86 yards. Deontay Johnson got 4 for 33. And Arizona got someone with that good he saw tight end, Trey McBride. 8 catches for 89 yards. He caught most of the catches, while the second leading receiver was 1 catch for 21 from Elijah Higgins. Mostly tight ends. Nice. Rondale Moore got 1 catch for 6 yards. Solid. James Conner 25 for 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. Decent game for him. So, just taking a look at the team stats here. The Steelers definitely struggled offensively. They only had, not really. They outgained the Cardinals. I didn't realize that. So, the Steelers got 317 total offensive yards, while the Cardinals only got 282. Oh. And it looks like TJ Watt also got hurt this game, so we got to keep an eye on that. Not much to go over here. Just the Cardinals was able to just run down the throats of the Steelers, make drive after drive, making plays, and was able to score. Also, something to note, there was 2 big, not big delays, but there was a 30-minute delay and a 56-minute delay on this game because of the weather. So the weather could have had an impact. This was at Pittsburgh. It's tough. It's tough to lose at home, especially to a 2-10 team. This is the first game that the Cardinals won on the road, and the Steelers were 4-2 at home, and now they're 4-3. This is a tough loss to take from against the Cardinals. So next we have another blowout. We have the Dolphins at Commanders. That Commanders defense is tough, man. Not in a good way, man. It's just bad. It's not looking good. They didn't seem like they were scheming up for Tyreek Hill, which, the Dolphins will take that all day, man. So Tyreek Hill finished the game with 5 catches, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he went off for 78 yards and 1 catch, maybe 60 in the other one. They lined up a safety one-on-one with him in the slot at one point, and they just took it. They took advantage where they could. So it had a good game. Only missing out on 6 completions today, but he went for 280 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Devon Achane, he's back. He had the majority of the carries, 17 carries for 73 yards, 4.3 average, and he scored 2 touchdowns. He's back. Good for the Dolphins. Their offense is starting to get going, back in the groove. They were struggling the last few weeks, but now they're starting to get the groove of things, starting to make plays. Jalen Waddle, 5 catches, 52 yards. Passing a game is looking good. The Commanders, man, that defense is still tough. They struggled to find a win at home. They're only 1-5 at home. Sam Howell, he had a pretty tough game. Only had 127 passing yards. Did throw a pick 6. Got sacked 3 times. Van Ginkel got the pick 6. Big play by Van Ginkel. As for the rushing attack, they found success there at 4.9 yards per carry for a total 138 yards. and split between Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson, Chris Rodriguez, and Sam Howell. Receiving, not much going on there for the Commanders. So the Dolphins defense is looking good. Definitely didn't allow Sam Howell to throw all over them. Huge there. Took their way to victory. Abused the Commanders secondary, and there's not much offense coming from the Commanders here, or much defense pretty much as well. So, good win for the Dolphins. They settled what they had to do, and of course, the storyline here is the Dolphins beating another bad team. Next week they'll have the Titans. I believe the week after, probably the Jets again, and then after that we got the Cowboys. So it looks like their first real test will be in a few weeks against the Cowboys in Christmas Eve. So keep an eye out for that. I know that storyline is gonna be going on until they beat a good team that's above 500. So they can't escape that until it happens. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this breakdown. Now there's two teams on fire. We got the Broncos at Texans. Texans won a close one. Broncos lose. They had 17. Texans won 17-22. This one, Russell, he had a pretty bad game. Threw 3 picks. Got sacked 3 times. The defense for the Texans stepped up. That's nice. But even with 3 takeaways, the Broncos were still able to make this game close. C.J. Stroud, he went 16 for 27, 274 passing yards, averaged 10.1 yards per completion. That's awesome to go a touchdown. He did get sacked 5 times too, so the Broncos defense definitely stepped up. So it might have been more of a defensive game than an offensive game. You might think with the Texans they would have made it more an offensive game, but the Broncos defense is no joke, man. Watch out for that, man. Definitely stepped up, but so did the Texans defense. They got tons of takeaways. Just looking at the team stats here real quick, see what were the turnovers like. Yeah, the Texans won the turnover battle 3-0, three picks. So good win for the Texans. They're still heating up. That's good on them. They beat a good team, the Broncos. So that's a solid win. They're 5-2 at home. Don't want to playing Texans at home. So good win. We'll see if they keep it up. Next, we got Panthers at Bucks, and Bucks they pulled this one away. They won 21-18. Interesting status here: the Bucks go up to 5-7, tied for second place in the NFC South. So they're still in this. They tied with the Saints after the Saints lost to the Lions. Good on them. So as far as the game, Tampa Bay, they found success. No offense. Mike Evans, 7 catches, 162 yards. The Panthers defense could not stop Mike Evans today. He got a touchdown, 75 for the longest catch, or 75 longest reception. So Mike Evans finished the season with over 1,000 yards again for 10 straight seasons. That's great. He's Mr. Consistent. So good on them. Rachaad White, he did a good job today. He got 20 carries, 84 yards, 4.2 yards per carry, and a touchdown. Also got 3 catches for 22 yards. Good on them. The Panthers definitely had a shot towards the end of the game, but just before the 2-minute warning, Bryce Young threw a pick, I believe. He got sacked 4 times this game. He threw a pick to the Bucks, and then the Bucks finished the game. He also got sacked 4 times this game. Chuba Hubbard did pretty solid, 104 rushing yards to 2 touchdowns. Receivers still struggle to get open. They targeted Mingo 10 times, only got 6 of those. I haven't seen much of DJ Chark. He got some action today, 3 catches for 56 yards. Missed the one. He was pretty solid on the Jags. So he's in the Panthers now. Panthers are winless on the road. They fall to 1-11. It's like they don't have the draft pick either, so it's gonna be tough. New coach, interim coach, first game with the interim coach. They did pretty solid. Competed with the Bucks. Brian Burns also got ejected in the 3rd quarter, so that might have made the difference as well. As far as the team stats, plenty of penalties throughout the game. Panthers got the Bucks beating the rushing yards, but this Panthers team is pretty tough, man. Bryce Young's got to develop. He's been struggling so far this year, so yeah, not much else to say for this game. Besides, the Bucks are 5-7, second place in the NFC South, so they're still competing for a playoff spot. So there you have it. Next, we got the Browns at Rams. Rams won this game 36-19, and I'll say one thing: Joe Flacco did better than I thought he would. He had 254 passing yards, average 5.8 yards, so maybe not that great. He did get 2 touchdowns, did throw a pick, only got sacked twice. As for the rushing, they only had combined for 87 total rushing yards, 3.8 average. Elijah Moore had a pretty solid game. 4 catches on 12 targets is pretty tough. So maybe, yeah, it was pretty decent. Offense struggled. They put 19 points on the game, and you would think in the Browns game that'll be good enough to win with the defense that they have. But the defense struggled to stop the Rams' offense. The Rams' offense was on fire this game. Watch out for them in the wild card race in the NFC side. Matt Stafford finished the game with 279 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, clean game by him. Kyren Williams got 88 rushing yards and a touchdown. Puka 4 catches and 105 yards and a touchdown. So the Rams had a fielding on offense, combined for 36 points. Great on the Rams. They are they on a win streak right now? They might be in a win streak. Watch out for them, man. They're heating up. They're a sneaky team to watch in the NFC side. They're riding on a 3-game win streak now, with playing the Ravens next week. Ooh, that's a tough game next week. But that's also a pretty good game. After that, they got Commanders, Saints, Giants. They'll probably win the 3 games after that. I can see them finishing 9-8. So, sneaky team here with the Rams. Watch out for them. Next, we had the supposed game of the week. We had the Niners at Eagles. Eagles took a tough loss at home against the Niners, man. This was a tough rivalry. This was a heated game. Players getting ejected left and right. Who was the one that got ejected? That was Greenlaw. He got ejected. I'm surprised they ejected the head of security as well. I mean, he was probably starting stuff too. So, just taking a look at the stats here. Jalen Hurts, pretty solid stats. Kind of struggled this game, I'd say. He went 26 for 45, 298 passing yards, and 1 touchdown. He got sacked 3 times. I think he held the ball too long at times, and the pass protection was pretty good. I mean, he had time to throw the ball. I guess receivers weren't getting open. Was that an issue? I don't know. You Eagles fans, let me know, man. What happened in this game? There was one point where Jalen Hurts got out of the game. They had Marcus Mariota in. He went 2 for 3, did what he had to do. Jalen Hurts led the team in rushing. They really strayed away from rushing. I guess they went down early. They did go down early, actually. It was 14-6 by halftime. I'm surprised they strayed away from the run game. I think they should have gone more to it, even though they didn't find much success. They were like 2.6 yards per carry, but still only a combined total of 18 carries from the whole team, with Jalen Hurts having 7 of those carries. As for the receiving, A.J. Brown did, he had a good game. He did what he had to do. 8 catches, 114 yards. 9 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown for Devontae Smith. For the 49ers side, they did what they wanted on offense. The Eagles could not stop this offense, man. This offense was on fire. Brock Purdy went 19 for 27, 314 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, only got sacked twice. Christian McCaffrey averaged 5.5 rushing yards per carry, 93 total rushing yards. But Deebo Samuel, he was a difference maker in this game. He ran the ball a few times, 3 rushes, 22 yards, and a touchdown, plus 4 catches for 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm not even going to make the joke, but some people were saying this is what happens when the Eagles play the 49ers when they have a real quarterback playing. But I didn't say it. That's what I saw around the league. But I just brought it up because I just think it's interesting. Brock Purdy is back, played the Eagles, first time playing the Eagles. And the game ended up 42-19. That's insane. Granted, I know it's not the same team as the Eagles were last year, but still, they're just not playing good enough football right now. Or they didn't play good enough football in this game to compete. So, I don't know. It might be a secondary issue from the Eagles. I didn't watch a whole ton of this game, but that's just what I'm going to assume. But, yeah. Watch out for your 49ers. They're probably the best team in the NFC side now that they beat the Eagles. And now that they're 10-2, they play Cowboys next week, Sunday night. And if the Cowboys beat them next week, the Cowboys jump them in the division, right? So, watch out, man. The Eagles got to start stepping it up. They can't be losing all this momentum they gained from pretty much the whole season so far. So, yeah, that's my breakdown for this.
Now, did you get a look at the man who assaulted you?
I did.
Okay, can I get a description?
Yeah, he was probably around 5'9", 5'10".
Now, how about identifying characteristics? Any marks, piercings?
He may have had a tattoo.
He may have had a tattoo? Did have a tattoo? Which one was it?
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
You know what? It's fine. I have a preliminary sketch here. Is this the man who assaulted you?
Last game of the week, we have Sunday Night Football. I'm not gonna do the Monday Night Breakdown, yeah, because it's Monday today. So, they had Chiefs at Green Bay. Green Bay was at home. Played a heck of a game. Jordan Love, man, he started to turn things around. Played pretty solid against this Chiefs defense. On the other side of the ball, the Chiefs were struggling playing against that Packers defense. They had plenty of opportunities. One big storyline from this game was the missed PI call on the last drive from the Chiefs on MVS. He was driving down the field. He was like within the top or within 5 yards of the end zone. The guy tackled him right before the ball got there. Should have been a pass interference, missed call. Should have put the Chiefs within 5 yards of the end zone. That would change the game completely. So it's one of those games that the kind of rest kind of ruined, you know. But again, another it led to the Hail Mary from the Chiefs side. Another missed call, pushing off a Travis Kelce back. But you know, it was a Hail Mary at the end of the game. They're not gonna call that. But I'm surprised to see the Chiefs defense or offense struggling again. They've been struggling the last few weeks. I thought they would be figuring things out, especially against a Packers team that's been pretty mid all season. But they're starting to heat up now. They beat the Lions and now they beat the Chiefs. So, and look at the rest of the schedule. It looks like the Packers are definitely going to make the playoffs. So keep an eye out for this Packers team. They're only getting more dangerous. Jordan Love is only developing more. The defense started to get the handle of things. So watch out for this Packers team. I didn't think they were going to be this good during the end of the season. So credits to you guys. Chiefs still got to figure things out on offense. Of course, the receivers are pretty bad over there. You got to rely mostly on Travis Kelce, and he's trying to get open. So yeah, that concludes the breakdown for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for Week 14 picks. Is it 14? Yeah, Week 14 picks. We have some more content this week. We'll be going over the college football playoff, our reactions to that. We'll go over we'll do my Pro Bowl picks pretty soon, and we'll go over playoff situations. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned throughout the week for more content. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for all the support and checking out the video. All right, I'll catch you next time. Peace.
Because he has the eye of the tiger.
He does have the eye of the tiger.
Are you sure about that?